Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome on today's webinar. My name is Beres and I'm responsible for Resco's activities within Benelux and Balkan region. And today I would like to introduce you to our latest product, Resco Routes. Before we start, I would like to inform you that today's webinar will be recorded and everyone is currently in the listen-only mode, but you are able to ask questions using the GoToWebinar tool, so please write them in and I will answer them at the end of the webinar, or if I'm not able to answer them, I will get back to you with a response in email as soon as I'm able to. Today with me is also my colleague Miro Maitas from our product team. So if you have any technical questions at the end, he will be also able to answer them. One other thing that I would like to mention is that this is a recurring webinar, which means that we do these webinars every week at the same day and same time. And every webinar has a different topic. We are regularly adding and updating all these events on our website, where you can also find the whole list of upcoming webinars. And finally, you can see the list of our contacts on your screen already. If you have questions about licensing or anything else concerning our technology and products, please just contact the sales rep for your territory. Okay, so let's start. So as I mentioned, today's webinar will be on the Resco routes and how this solution can enhance your field operations with live location monitoring. So let's take a look on some industries that we are focusing on and where we are getting interest from in regards to Resco routes. These are mainly energies and utilities, waste management, delivery and transport. We have also field service customers who are interested in Resco routes, security patrol, healthcare and construction. But we are also seeing interest also from the other industries for this solution. So how Resco routes works? Resco routes consist of these three modules. For back office users, there are two main components. It's a location monitor and schedule board. And for the field or mobile users, there is mobile application. So let's take a look at the schedule board first. With the schedule board, you have all operations in one place, and it enables you to fast and effectively plan your field workers. For Dynamics people who are using field service, you can still be using your scheduling board. It can be connected. Then we have the key piece of Resco routes, which is the location monitor. It enables you to keep up with your stuff in real time by using the live tracking on mobile devices. And at the same time, it visually displays that on the location monitor for back office or dispatchers. Location monitor took this a bit further too, so you can actually see these movements into the past and into the future. You can see the planned route for the day, but also you can see the historical data as well, which means that you can see the route that has been taken, and you can also drill down even further into the data that are stored directly in your CRM, such as location, direction, speed, and time. The third part of the solution is the mobile application. You have a visual route planner included. As a technician, you can see your route that has been scheduled for you for the day. If you wish, or if you finish the job early, you can also add an additional appointment directly from the application, and you can also navigate directly to the next appointment using the native map features on the mobile device. No additional hardware is then needed. So some of the advantages of Resco Routes: it is available for Resco Cloud as a standalone product or as a native integration directly into Dynamics 365. You just enable live location tracking within Woodford, and we build this on top of geospatial data, which are available for further processing on your server. So that was for the short introduction, and now I'm going to move forward with a demonstration. Okay, so firstly, I would like to show you the standalone module. On the top, you can see the URL, rescoroutes.net. So these are three modules that I've mentioned in the presentation. It's a schedule board and location monitor for dispatchers or your back office. You can see them in red. And the mobile app, which is built for mobile users in the field, marked green. That's also available. This application is also available for iOS and Android devices. And below, there are also customization and setup options marked with yellow for administrators. So let's take a look on the schedule board for the purposes of this demonstration. So you can see, for those of you that are not familiar with the scheduling, that the UI is very straightforward and it's easy to distinguish between different parts and how it all works. Also, for those of you who know scheduling from the field service, you can see that it works pretty similar. When you are already using or used to this scheduling board of you can of course continue to using it. Okay, so for this demo, I will just set my working times here, right? And I will say for the day. So with regards to the scheduler, it really helps you to manage the people working outside the office during the day or working week. It also allows you to oversee free resources and the time slots that are available to you. It gives you a graphical overview of all the appointments or work orders, and it also enables you to see the history of these appointments, or thanks to automation, you can optimize the existing ones. The back office dispatch worker can also easily create or move the appointment for each worker, and he can change the settings and manual features. So I will just show you some key parts of the schedule as a standalone product. So you can see all my appointments here. On the top row, just for the purpose of this demo, I simply select and drag this to relevant slot. If I double click on the information on this event, the window will pop up, and you can see here information as name of the account, different status reasons, start date, and total work duration, and also estimated end time. So for this case, I will set status reason to free, and you will see it's scheduled. It also changed the color, which means it was scheduled. So dispatcher can also easily move the appointments with the drag and drop functionality. This is the same as we are probably all used from our email clients, so it's very easy to use. And on the top left corner of scheduler, you can also access advanced settings, where you can set the working hours, and by using rules, you can set up here the auto scheduling tools. On the right hand side of the editor, there are some other additional functionalities that allow user to customize the view according to their requirements. So it's a schedule task view option. You can change timetable with a view from appointments to my appointments. Another nice option is the filter settings, which allows the users to show completed or canceled tasks, show weekends, or even change rounded minutes or manual drag interval. So if I click on this checkbox, you can see all completed or canceled tasks for that working day. Last but not least, there is manual and auto schedule behavior that are available to optimize auto scheduling. In the bottom right corner, there are also key performance indicators. They offer summary information about currently displayed tasks. When you change the date range, the value are recalculated. So showing KPIs are, the first one is total scheduled time. The second one, this small car, is average travel time. The third one, it's there represent completed tasks versus all tasks. Fourth, rule violations, which means number of tasks that violate at least one scheduled rule. And the last one is the number of unscheduled tasks in jeopardy, because, for example, as when due date is close for scheduling. So this was an introduction to scheduler module of Resco Routes. And if you have any questions to this, please feel free to write them down. And of course, we can answer these in the end of the demonstration. The next piece of the solution is the mobile application. So I'm going to switch to my iPad to show you the application. Okay. So I have my iPad here. So this is actually what your field worker will see. It's just the configuration of the mobile project. You can completely customize and configure home screens right down to your individual field worker needs and requirements. And when a mobile user logs on, the application will automatically synchronize and get the latest data. So the first thing usually field worker do is that he's checking his agenda for the day. So this is the first step here. And when he clicks on this agenda, the calendar will open up and he can see the appointments either in the day, week, or monthly view. If he wants to directly start with his work, he can also click the option next appointment for a day, and by clicking on specific events, all details will be opened, including event status, account details, and other predefined information. Then he can also see his route for the day that has been scheduled for him. Driver can see routes without being able to change it if so desired, or he can change the order of appointments for a day and to add new appointments in the area with ease. In this case, if I would be the technician and I see that I got some spare time freed up, I can squeeze in another visit. I also have the edit option here, and I can add an appointment on the go just by selecting some of the accounts and clicking on the plus button. Let's see it here. So I will add a new service appointment, and I can edit its duration and start time. Once saved, it's added to my route for the day and added to the end of the queue. I can reorder my queue manually or use optimize route button, and this optimization will calculate the best route to visit all planned sites. All right. Also, a feature of the route planner is that he can use the device default map application to navigate. So for the iPad, these are Apple Maps. For Android device, this would be Google Maps. So he clicks the top right corner here. It's a small map icon, and the app will redirect him to maps with pre-filled addresses. So I will click in here. I will change my location where my data are stored. All right. So I changed my location to Boston, where my account lies for this demo, and he can actually use the inbuilt map to directly navigate to his next appointment, also considering the traffic. By clicking on the top left corner, I'm navigating back to the app, so no need to close one app and open another one. So I will click here. Yeah, we are back. So let's get back and take a closer look on the mobile worker's next appointment for today. I'm going to discount these changes. Open this event. So on the top you can see the progress bar, as he actually sees how our field service technician can see how his appointment or work order is progressing. He can set himself to traveling by simple clicking on the travel button. If he stops on the way as a break, he can click that he's on the break. Then, then afterwards, he can also click and resume traveling. You see that for each input that he does, there are additional entries made automatically on the timesheet. So you can see it here on the right hand side of the screen. This can also be done automatically, and one of the future releases we will have, it will also allow you to do this based on the geolocation. You can of course see also some basic account information when you click on the account, and from here he can see basic information, call the client that is on his way, and also add notes or take photos. These are standard Resco capabilities that you probably already know. So he can complete his working day or task. When I click on the hamburger button, I can complete appointment, and then I can go to my timesheets, and I see it here as a draft, and I can simply open it and submit my timesheet for this week. So it's already submitted, and once the device is synchronized directly with the backend system, all the data will be there. So as you can see, everything I'm showing now in this demonstration is completely offline, which is indicated here with a small icon of disconnected globe on the right corner of the application header. So once he's finished his appointment, he can then move on his next route, and he can also optimize his route as needed and continue working. So this would be for the application. Now I'm going back to the main screen. So let's see and summarize what happened until now. The dispatcher has scheduled all appointments or work orders to mobile workforce via the scheduling board. All field workers have seen their routes, activities, and appointments for the day in their app on their mobile devices. And now the dispatcher can open the location monitor that enables him to complete all, that enables him or give him the complete overview of where all the field workers are at any moment, and based on the actual situation adjust or add any new appointments. So we can actually click on the live view now, and we can see where all mobile workforces are represented by these small colorful cars. We can see the route they have taken and also select each user individually, and then we actually get some more information. So when I click on Med, let's see Boris, Miroslav. Now when I clicked on the mirror, you will see that this technician with this dashed timeline this is the route that this mobile worker will be taking for his next appointment, and the full line here represents his previous way where he was already been visiting the customers. You can also directly click to the icon of the car, and you will see that more information here, like his actual status, his traveling. Also, Roland Dahl is traveling there. If any of these technicians would be delayed, warnings will be notified, and location monitor will show it. You will see that this worker is. You will see that these workers are all on time, but you would be seeing it with a small exclamation mark that some of them are delayed. Okay, so when I turn off the live view, we can actually have the ability to see a timeline of all our workers. And let me just use the sliding scale time bar here. Yeah, now they are moving. So you can see them all moving past there, and you can see where they were at any certain point of time. This feature has also some other useful benefits. Clients that are already using Resco routes appreciate that if they get complaint or speeding fine, they are able to drill down into the record that's stored in their dynamic system under the mobile audit entity, and then they can actually cross-reference that worker's location where he was traveling and the speed that he was traveling at this point. This could be also used, for example, for insurance purposes. So look, so you can see different technicians here. You can click by them and see more details. So basically, this is short introduction of location monitor. This is the most powerful part of the solution. Within Resco Routes, it provides you with this great visualization of where your field workers are at, and thanks to live view, you can also see it in the past and the future, and it allows you also to see visualization of your schedule board. So I think for the demonstration purposes that covers everything from my side. So now we will have space for your questions. So let me just check the ones that we have received. Okay, so it seems that we don't have any questions for today. So I will continue um, the webinar just with few last words. Let me switch back to my PowerPoint presentation. I would like to also mention here our roadmap for routes. So of course, there are other functionalities that we are working on, and we will be adding them in the upcoming releases. So if you would like to learn more about upcoming features, you can also check our roadmap at resco.net/roadmap, not only for Resco routes, but also for all our products. Our goal is to continuously improve this tool and add new features. So for example, for the location monitor, we are planning to implement a notification feature so the manager will be able to send alerts to the users individually or in bulk, and also more user details enhancements. We see also that there are specific scenarios where smartwatch could be easier and safer to use, so we will add our support here too. Another point on our list is geofencing that will allow you to automatically trigger predefined custom actions when a tracked user enters or leaves a geofenced area. And for example, this can be very useful if you want to automatically notify a customer that the technician will be arriving shortly. Then more enhancements are planned also for the schedule board and location and territory management. These will allow you to define regions and territory rules. As an example, I will be able to manage automatic assignment of new leads to corresponding salesmen based on his location address of the lead. So last but not least, we have lately released our free ebook on location tracking that you can find and download on dedicated webpage of Resco Routes. You can find there some useful insights, some such as top myths about location tracking, uh, 12 business benefits of location tracking, how to pick location tracking, and also what does Resco Routes and live location tracking offer. together with our case study for Orange Box. So I think that would be all for today. These are your points of contact. So if you have any questions regarding Resco routes, just don't hesitate to contact any of your sales rep. Um, so I think that's all from my side for today. Thank you all for coming and have a nice rest of the day.